y'all, Jillian here, also known as the Beard Flip Machine, coming to you from South Carolina. Today we're going to go over what sold yesterday, so stay tuned. Today is July 8th, yesterday was July 7th, and we're going to go over what sold for me. It's all over the place, tools, hats, all types of stuff. Some are, worth a little bit of money, some are worth a very little bit of money. But this is like my daily type of sales. It's not like home runs all day long. If it was, I'd be driving around like a Lamborghini or something. So this is like basically a normal day for me in selling. So let's go ahead and get started on what sold yesterday. Oh, if you're new to the channel, I did quit my job about 7 months ago and started an eBay business, and really haven't looked back at all. And before that, I never sold on eBay at all. So if you're wondering if you can do this, trust me, you can. It's not that difficult. It takes a lot of time and a lot of research to figure out what's selling, how things are selling, shipping and all that stuff. But I'm telling you that you can do it. So just go ahead and get started. And if you find any of this stuff, it does sell on eBay. I'll tell you if I remember how much I got it for, which I usually do, and how long it's been sitting. So this first one I got in the new auction lot that I got last week, and all it is I have a picture of a battery, but it's just the charger, and it says right there, only charger. It went for $7, and the buyer did pay shipping, and the brand on that was a Hyper Tough, which is not really that great of a brand, but chargers usually always do sell. But it's hard to test a charger without the battery, so I like to buy the battery too, and then I sell the battery locally, and I sell the charger on eBay because I get more money on eBay than locally. The next one is just women's blue Adidas shoes. These are running shoes. They're not great. They're not top line or anything like that. They went for $13.60, and the buyer did pay shipping, and they took only about 3 weeks to sell. This next one, I actually like this hat because it matched me with like the reddish beard, but I sold it anyway. I got it for $2 at a Goodwill only about 3 weeks ago, and that's the name of it right there, a Hannah hats from Ireland, and it sold really good and for good money, $24, and the buyer did pay shipping on that, so that's a good sale, and I'll always be looking out for that. It was made out of wool also, and I do start looking for wool hats. These next boots were dingo brown western cowboy boots. These are actually male boots, and that design right there, that thing right there, that actually isn't part of the boot. That's just a decorative thing that was on the boot. I thought that was part of it. Came home, started taking pictures, and figured out that it came off. But they still went for $29.75. The buyer did pay shipping, and they didn't take that long to sell, maybe about 3 or 4 weeks. This one was just a whole bunch of different, I call it like a grab bag of SK 3/8 drives. Some of those are deep, some of those are regular, and some of those are short, like sockets. And they went for $15. The buyer did pay $2.99 shipping. Recently I've been kind of doing a little bit of the flat rate versus calculated and see how that works. I haven't seen any difference in sales at all. And this one right here, the other day I picked up a whole bunch of cranberry Corning glass and Teflon bottom, like bake pans and stuff like that. I don't really know glass that well, but like I said, I look everything up and they have markings, so you just type it in on eBay, you figure out what it is, and you put it for the price that it's sold for. Pretty simple. And this one's a 1 liter. It's going for $19.99, and the buyer did pay shipping. I also have like a 2.5 liter and some other bakeware, but only the saucepans or whatever you would call this has the Teflon on the bottom. But I didn't pay $19.99 for all of them, so I'm pretty happy with that. And they didn't take that long to sell. This one, I don't know if I underpriced it. There was another one on eBay that went for $30, but it sold super quick, and usually when it goes super quick, that means I messed up. But this Louisville TPS Catalyst composite bat, $30, buyer did pay shipping. That's all there is on that one. I mean, I don't know. This one right here was a 1989 vintage Campbell soup mug, which went for $3. Buyer did pay shipping, and I got it for 50 cents at a Goodwill a really long time ago, probably like 8 months ago. Probably that was one of my first things I remember that I bought was that and a teapot, and the teapot sold, and that never did until now. This one right here is a TaylorMade driver. It's an R580XD with a blah blah blue shaft thing. I really don't know golf clubs that well either, but again, the markings are on the club, so all you have to do, if you have the time, is you sit there and you type in all the markings. Then you start to learn like TaylorMade's, Callaway, and all that different stuff that's good. But like I said, all I do is just sit there, so this one seemed like it had a good sell-through rate on eBay. Bought it for $3, sold for $29, and the buyer did pay shipping, and that only took about 3 weeks to sell. This one I actually got not that long ago, maybe about 2 weeks ago. It's a vintage wildlife hunting hat. Again, at the Goodwill for $1.99. They had a whole bunch of old hunting hats there. All of them were beat up except this one. Made in the United States, had a really cool graphic on the front embroidered. Went for $15. Buyer did pay shipping, and that's pretty good. And the last one that sold yesterday was Klein tools. Klein tools are good for electrical tools and lineman's tools and stuff like that. Those pliers right there, I have never had one of those not sell. If I get a pair of Klein Lyman 9-inch pliers, they always sell, and they usually always sell for that amount of money, and they go for about $21. And the buyer did pay shipping, so he was like 30 some bucks on in all that. So that's it. That's everything that sold yesterday. Today's been fairly slow. I sold like a VCR, a pair of shoes, and some pliers so far, but that's it. Yesterday I actually had a Poshmark sale too. I sold a sweatshirt for $45, so that's one of my bigger Poshmark sales. So I'm starting to dabble in on a little bit of Poshmark, Macari and stuff. You can do this, you can make some side money, or you can make it a full-time gig. I'm telling you, it's a wonderful life. So hopefully this has been educational, and I'll catch you on the next one.